To wheels, one simple idea, and a question that would ignite a quiet revolution. How can a human move faster, farther, and freer using nothing but their own body? The story of the bicycle is a story of imagination, courage, engineering, and the human desire to move. Long before pedals or gears existed, the concept of personal, human-powered motion had lived in the minds of inventors. Ancient sketches imagined strange machines, carts pushed by feet, mechanisms driven by cranks and levers. Leonardo da Vinci himself drew gears and chains in notebooks centuries before anyone would ride a bicycle. But these early dreams were only whispers of a future yet to come. The true beginning arrived in 1817 on a forested path in Germany. Baron Karl von Drais, a young inventor watching Europe suffer after the year without a summer, sought a replacement for horses during a time of famine. He built something unusual, a wooden frame, to wheels in a line, and no pedals at all. A rider sat on the saddle and pushed with their feet like a modern balance bike. He called it the Laufmaschine, the running machine. It was awkward, clumsy, and undeniably strange. People laughed, critics dismissed it as a passing curiosity. Some cities even banned it from sidewalks, calling it disruptive and dangerous, and yet, something remarkable happened. Those who tried it felt a new sensation movement born not from animals or engines, but from their own balance. A direct connection between body and machine, a hint of freedom. As the idea spread, French inventors pushed it forward. They attached pedals directly to the front wheel, creating the world's first true bicycle, the velocipede. But the ride was brutal. Iron wheels on cobblestones meant bone-shaking impacts. Riders jokingly called the machine the bone shaker. It was uncomfortable, impractical, and loud. But it worked, and more importantly, it inspired. Then came the most iconic and most dangerous design of all, the Penny-Farthing. A machine with an enormous front wheel and a tiny rear wheel, its rider perched almost 2 meters above the ground. It looked absurd, magnificent, and terrifying all at once. The huge wheel allowed greater speed. One pedal rotation moved the rider far forward. But it also meant disaster at the slightest mistake. A rock, a pothole, a moment of inattention and the rider would topple forward in a spectacular fall known as taking a header. Yet despite the risks, the Penny-Farthing represented the spirit of the era. Bold, daring, fearless. Bicycle clubs formed, races filled stadiums. Riders became local heroes, pushing the limits of balance and bravery. Cycling transformed from novelty to sport, from pastime to passion. Still, the world needed something safer, something anyone could ride. In 1885, that moment arrived. John Kemp Starley, an English engineer, introduced the Rover safety bicycle, equal-sized wheels. A chain drive, a low saddle, stable steering. For the first time, the rider sat between the wheels instead of on top of one. It was elegant, efficient, and most importantly safe. This was the birth of the modern bicycle. Factories quickly realized what Starley had created. Production lines opened, prices dropped. And suddenly, millions could afford a machine that expanded their world. Workers used bicycles to travel farther for jobs. Rural families reached towns in minutes instead of hours. Entire communities transformed as roads began to accommodate to wheels. But the bicycle's impact reached far beyond transportation. It shaped society. For women in the late 19th century, the bicycle became a symbol of independence. Clothing changed, corsets loosened, bloomers appeared, and women began claiming physical freedom in public spaces. Social reformer Susan B. Anthony famously said, "The bicycle has done more for the emancipation of women than anything else in the world." The bicycle also influenced technology. Early pneumatic tires led to innovations in rubber manufacturing. Precision ball bearings used in wheels inspired mechanical improvements in countless industries. The bicycle paved the way literally and figuratively for the automobile. In fact, the Wright brothers, before building airplanes, ran a bicycle repair shop where they learned the mechanics of balance, control, and lightweight frames. By the early 20th century, bicycles had become global. They moved through the narrow streets of Europe, across the wide landscapes of America, and into the growing cities of Asia. Children rode them for play. Adults used them for work. Postal workers delivered letters by bicycle. Police patrolled by bicycle. Messengers raced through crowded markets. Two wheels connected the world, and during times of war, the bicycle proved its resilience. Soldiers rode bicycles quietly through forests. Paratroopers carried folding bikes during World War II, allowing rapid mobility behind enemy lines. Resistance groups used bicycles to deliver messages unseen. When fuel was scarce, bicycles kept nations moving. After the war, the meaning of the bicycle changed again. It became a symbol of childhood, recreation, and sport. Racing grew into a global spectacle. The Tour de France turned cyclists into legends. Bicycle design advanced with lighter metals, stronger chains, better brakes, and the introduction of derailleurs allowing riders to climb mountains and descend at breathtaking speeds. Then came the late 20th century, the age of specialization: road bikes, mountain bikes, BMX, touring bikes. Folding bikes, electric bikes, carbon fiber frames revolutionized performance, making bicycles lighter than ever. Wind tunnels shaped aerodynamic helmets and frames. Engineers chased perfection gram by gram. Today, the bicycle stands at a powerful intersection of technology, culture, and sustainability. Cities redesign streets to encourage cycling. Bike-sharing programs appear on every continent. Electric bicycles allow millions to commute without cars. And in a world facing climate challenges, two wheels offer a cleaner path forward, one pedal stroke at a time. And yet, beneath all the technology, all the engineering, all the societal impact, the heart of the bicycle remains the same as it was in 1817, a simple machine amplifying human motion. It carries children on their first taste of freedom. It carries workers to their livelihoods. It carries athletes to greatness. It carries adventurers across continents. It carries dreams. The bicycle doesn't require fuel, but it creates energy in cities, in families, in lives. It is the most efficient machine ever created, a perfect balance of physics and purpose. Two wheels, spinning in harmony with the human body, from a wooden Laufmaschine pushed along a forest path, to a carbon fiber marvel slicing through wind at impossible speeds. The bicycle's journey is a story of persistence, imagination, and the timeless human desire to move. And the revolution continues. As long as people dream of going farther, faster, freer, the bicycle will carry us forward.